Hey everybody, Nick here with another update from Cinegear 2024. This one will be pretty quick and I feel a little weird about it and you'll see why in a second. So one of the coolest things I saw at Cinegear was as I walked by the booth of Lensworks, a rental company with whom I'm slightly familiar. I've never worked with them before, but I've heard their name. And they had a lens right out front on their front and center display camera that was unfamiliar to me. It looked a little bit like a rehoused Zelmus Apollo lens. So I asked them, hey, is this a rehoused Zelmus lens? Are you guys a lens servicing company? And they said, yes, we do lens servicing, but no, this isn't a rehoused Zelmus Apollo. This is a brand new lens that we've made ourselves from the ground up. This is a project that's been in the works for years. And they started telling me a little bit about it. And I said, wait, can we start this over, but can we put lav mics on? And I'd love to record this. And they said, no. And I said, well, can I get some pictures of it? Or can I mount the lens to my camera? And they said, no. So, and you know, they know that they're at a public exhibition and they know that they put this lens and its entire set of brothers and sisters of different focal lengths on display for all to see, and they were showing off the image on a monitor on a live feed, telling people about it, but they didn't want a whole full-on media blitz about it, I guess. And they were really skittish about any information about it. So they have this kind of schizophrenic opinion of whether they want people to know about it. I guess the idea being they want you to know they're working on this lens set. They don't want you to know any other specifics about it. But I'm going to give you some specifics of what this prototype was or what they told me about it, because they told me this information in a public place and they didn't ask me not to share it. And eventually they said, okay, you can get a quick shot of the lens, but they want it to be known to all of their clients and potential customers that they are not yet at a place where they're ready. This is not a lens that you will yet be renting. And in fact, it may never be a lens that's available for purchase. It may be a rental only piece of equipment in the Panavision style. So what is the lens? It's an anamorphic set. It was a 1.8x squeeze, full set of focal lengths, and really interestingly, it seems to use a rotating astigmatizer design similar to the original Panavision lenses and the Zelmus Apollo lenses. Now, this is something I've been thinking about for a while in terms of why is no one else making this kind of lens design. So the Ultrapanatar patent, the anti-mumps design that results in that classic vertical breathing and those amazing Panavision lens flares, has been out of patent for decades. Anyone can copy that design, and it's not really as though there is stuff that is completely mysterious or unknown about it. I'm not an optical designer, but lenses are basically a formula of which elements are in which order with which materials, which is either a density of glass or different material like fluorite or something fancy. But way back in the Panavision days, this was basically glasses at different densities in different shapes. And the patent prescribes all of that information. The whole point of a patent is to be able to teach someone how to replicate your invention perfectly once the patent has lapsed. So I don't know why no one has done anything like this. Lensworks, with their Lensworks Legacy lens, or their Lenswork Legacy lens series, their idea was to have a very fast but also very, very sharp set of anamorphic lenses. From what I could see on the monitor, they indeed have that beautiful vertical breathing akin to Panavision series, but also were really sharp, real grabby, even wide open at T1.8. And that was really cool to see. They grabbed a flashlight and showed me the flares. There wasn't much in the way of flares. And maybe that's down to coatings. Maybe that's something that could be changed. Maybe in a darker environment, you'd get a better flare. It's so hard to get something to flare in full daylight when all the sources are bright and you don't have like a single point that can stand out from the background. But really interesting. You know, one of, as far as I know, like 3 companies to use the Panavision style rotating astigmatizer. Panavision, Zelmus, Lensworks. I would love to see more people making lenses in this fashion. I would love to see lenses that have that style of flare with like the not super wide horizontal element that's like broken up into little bits and bobs, all the diagonal elements. Panavision lenses have this thing that I like to call the bunny ears. They're like these two little diagonal elements that go like this at different T-stops. I'm obsessed with these things. If you are as well, you should definitely subscribe to a new website called cineflares.com, where you can compare flares from a variety of legendary sets at different focal lengths and T-stops. Anyway, the Lensworks Legacy T1.8 1.8x stretch anamorphic lens series is apparently under development, has been for some time, will eventually be available for rental, and who knows what the final outcome will be. But very interesting stuff. It's the direction I would like to see things go in the future. And yeah, sorry for this very weird, obscure, niche video that doesn't have a ton to go along with it, but I saw it. I was super excited. I had to say something, but I don't have a ton to go along with it. So anyway, keep your eye on that company. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.